lifestyle rich. All of me girl them dip. All of me friend them rich. My lifestyle rich. All of me girl them dip. What's that shit on me wrist? And the ice on the chain of my drip. My lifestyle rich. Me go hard for the cheddar. Fi make my life better. I'm on it for me sweater. On me pants them a leather. Dipping a chip in chimagella. The ice for me chain at the weather. I choose sheller. Gold black platinum top seller.
It's lifestyle.
Me a pass so the girl them a holla. All the section watch them a follow. Say your brother you a big $1,000. Me go hard for the mullah. Giuseppe so me clean up. If you not like me not like it. Watch it make me turn the scheme up. My lifestyle rich. All of me girl them dip. All of me friend them rich. My lifestyle rich. All of me girl them dip. What's that shit on me wrist? And the ice on the chain of my drip.
Listen right now.
Quality Caribbean entertainment.
Know about sardine, mackerel, bully beef, chicken foot, chicken neck, chicken back. Nothing a waste, nothing a dash way. Money me a look away you dey. 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 Money me a look away. The gun and the money campaign. $1 trillion me no want some change. How much you no think for your diamond chain? 3 billion for your new jet plane. I fi make money but still have shame. I nah get fishy like me a sand grain.
Alrighty then. What a way to start the show. It's 7 minutes after 9 o'clock. Once again, welcome to Link Up Radio, jumping it off each and every single day. Want to say thanks to Zedmar Kelly bringing us up with a lot of talking before that. And of course, we're here again. It's a wonderful Tuesday morning. For me, it feels like it's Monday. We're inside of my mom's basement at 225 Broadway, a.k.a. the law offices of Spar Bernstein. No, it's not my mom's basement. We're here ready for the immigration link. And we're saying to each and every one, 93.5 WVIP has blown up with people calling in. The number to call right now is 800-529-5465. I had to take a deep breath there to remember the number. 1-800-529-5465. If you do call right now, you will get through. But in a few, you may not get through for Mr. Bernstein to actually answer your questions. 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465. Give us a call right now, ladies and gentlemen, and we may just get your calls on the air. All right? 1-800-529-5465. One thing I know about Brad as an attorney, man, he's got to do everything that is outside of being an attorney when he gets in the studio. Everything. He's writing on papers, giving instructions, he's giving recruiting rules, and all that stuff. What's up with that? All right?
I just wrote it as neatly as I can, so you
I know you tried. You tried.
I have tried.
You tried. All right?
I tried.
You know? So, once again, ladies and gentlemen, we're saying to you, call us up right now. And I got to remind you that we are on social media. Yeah. On Facebook, it's David Squeeze Annakie. Also, the law offices of Spar Bernstein. Also, of course, YouTube, Spar Bernstein. Also, Brad Bernstein. Is that your page or is it Bernstein Brad?
On Instagram?
Yeah.
It's Bernstein_Brad.
Okay. All right. And because I'm confused these days. I know YouTube. I know you got Facebook. I always just say Facebook. But everything else is good, right?
Everything is good.
All right. So come on. Give me some energy here, man.
I'm just letting you take the lead.
No, I need some.
Once Facebook goes on, I'm.
See, that's it. Yeah. Anxiety issues over here, man. 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465.
Why do you always have to call me out on stuff?
Look who's talking. I am quite sure for the past week I have been called out.
First of all, you wouldn't know because you don't even listen. Okay.
Other people listen though.
I didn't say a bad about you. Did I say a bad word about him?
No, not A. A is singular.
Did I say a bad word about this man?
Not singular.
Okay, ask all the viewers. Ask all the viewers on Facebook. Ask all the listeners on WVIP. Ask them if they can point to a moment when I said anything bad about you while you were on your extended hiatus that nobody knew where you were. You know, we thought maybe
true. He was calming everyone down, saying Squeeze is in Jamaica. Yeah. But I will say this, Squeeze, at one point Brad told a touching story about how you guys came together on the radio, and then eventually, like, things clicked and you started doing it regularly.
Yes. Very touching.
It's exactly
very touching.
I'm getting worried about that touching. I'm getting very worried right now.
It was actually, after we said it, strong manly guy says...
I'm getting very worried.
Says if Squeeze was here, he would have been taking this to a whole new level. Because I said, you know, Squeeze and I came together, and then we started doing it on the radio.
It doesn't sound too right there, you know?
And we started doing it on the radio.
Something sounds, you know, off there.
And SMG was saying...
Anybody who knows us do now, you know. We're very confident with us.
I forgot about that. We started doing it on the radio, right?
That's my favorite part.
That was your favorite part.
That's my favorite part.
Anyway, folks, we're seriously here, and the phone lines, I tell you this, at 11 minutes after 9 o'clock, there's absolutely no one on the phone line. So let's just get the lines all revved up. If there's anyone out there that would like to get their immigration questions answered, maybe you are in this country and you don't have a green card. Maybe you are in this country and you don't have your citizenship. Maybe you're in this country and pretty much you just want to find out, how do I get a work permit? How do I bring that girl I love back in my respective country here? Okay, I want to marry her, and vice versa. You want to marry the guy. How do you do all of that? How do you come to this wonderful country, this country that is already great already? I don't know, care about people who say they want to make it great again. All right, it's already great. How do you get your loved ones here, or how do you get, you know, someone here to actually work or visit or whatever? You know, 1-800-529-5465, 1-800-LawLink.
Yeah, by the way, Squeeze, you have one person so far, Carly Freeman, loves you, and she is very glad to see you back on the show.
Oh, so at least one person is happy to see me back.
One person is happy to see you back.
Because
that
people,
is Carly.
Let's take it very seriously.
Yes.
If I'd gone maybe another day, Brad probably would have called me up and said, you know, hey, Squeeze, you know, let's just be friends, man. But I really don't need you back on the show. You know, let's have a drink over my Nobu.
I will be honest with you.
Yes.
The Brad and Squeeze show is great.
Yeah, but it'll be the Brad show.
But the Brad Son Squeeze show is also great.
It's just a different level of great.
Different level of great. You know, we have to figure out which one is greater.
That's okay with me.
We call it the Brad and when you're not there, we call it the Brad Son Squeeze.
Brad Son Squeeze.
And then SMG has his French accent. Son Squeeze.
Son Squeeze. Listen, man. I'll take that hiatus a little bit longer.
Why is this microphone right in my face here? Here we go. Let's change that around.
I'm impressed.
What?
That you got the little one now. Because the other day you had the big one.
I know.
Yeah, that's good. It's
very. Have to. You know what's so funny? With the double entendres and the double meetings, we were missing those for a few days.
We didn't have to be on our guard.
We didn't have to be on our guard because Squeeze wasn't here. No. You know, he has to even comment.
The problem is that you guys look into it otherwise.
He even had to comment about the small microphone, right?
We've never had such a carefree environment.
You guys, pretty much, what you guys are telling me that you do a much better show without me. And I'm getting a little bit hurt here.
No, we actually
not as
don't.
Fun.
I'm becoming very sensitive.
It's not as fun. It's just when you're here, the anxiety level goes up 20 times for everybody. Everyone's like on their toes. Like, what is Squeeze going to say? You know,
but no one's on the phone lines right now. Yeah. You know. So did you guys answer all the immigration questions possible when I was gone?
I don't know.
No, because you usually share more immigration questions with us.
Maybe I'll get back to that right now. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, right now, remember you can also ask your questions on Facebook. You can go to the law offices of Spar Bernstein. You can also go to David Squeeze Annakie. We're asking everybody to share the pages with each and every single one out there. We may even go a little bit over the time if Brad has no appointments after 10 o'clock just to get everybody taken care of. But seriously speaking, we need to get the show cracking and get the show going. All right, 1-800-529-5465. Thank you so much for the comments. Someone said I look fabulous today. I think I look fabulous every day. But thank you so much, Tamika Nelson.
You look extra fabulous right now.
Best way to get to my artist.
Winning a little bit today.
Yeah. What? Oh, with the grace.
Did you guys plan this?
Yes, we did.
Mm-hmm.
The comeback episode?
Yes, this is. Don't say come back. After we just said that me and Squeeze do it on the radio.
Yeah,
this is true. This is true.
As soon as he comes here, my mind just starts getting very, very in the gutter.
You gotta be separated. I told you, the teacher cannot let you sit together.
I saw this on my page this morning. It says, work hard, travel the world, meet beautiful people, and build an empire. That's Brad. Haven't seen him travel far lately, though.
I have not traveled far lately. I will be traveling far lately.
Soon?
Soon.
You will be lately?
I will be lately. Soon.
Yeah.
What is soon? Now. What is now, then? What was that? Wasn't that a movie or something?
I've never heard that.
Something in Spaceballs. What was that?
Oh, I've never seen
What
that
is
movie.
now, then? What is that now? Wait, that just happened when now? It was like a whole, like
a wordplay philosophy thing.
Yeah. Never mind. All right.
1-800-529-5465. 1-800-LAWLINK. I want to say much respect to a major personal and executive over at Sirius Satellite who just checked in.
Who?
Pat McKay.
Yeah, Pat.
Great lady.
Pat.
Yeah, true lady.
Pat.
Pat McKay.
Pat.
Yeah. Huge stalwart over there.
Pat.
At Sirius Radio.
Pat.
Executive, yeah.
Executive.
She
Pat.
I'm going to ask Pat if she could put us on.
Pat.
I'm serious. It would be serious if we're unserious. Pat. Yeah.
Stay calm.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I was up in the bushes, and there were a lot of bushes around me, if you get my drift.
I saw you were up in the bushes.
There's a lot of bushes
Yes.
burning
Yes, I saw that.
up in the mountains.
Right. You were. With,
It was smelling like bushes.
Yes, I saw a picture of you with a beautiful woman, and then there was another beautiful woman serving you some sort of tea or something.
It's a Guinness.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
It looked like tea.
No, it was Guinness.
Guinness.
Yeah.
And you were on a go-kart.
No, that's not a go-kart. It's called
was
a
it?
quad. It's a four-wheel
ATV.
quad bike. Yeah.
ATV. Looked like a homemade go-kart.
No.
Squeeze, like, where's Squeeze been for the last week? He was in the tool shed making his
I was in the Blue Mountains.
And then-
Derby.
yeah, like Squeeze, like, went into his tool
We rode
shed.
bikes up into the mountains.
You rode
Yeah.
bikes. You rode your go-kart.
Wait a minute, you
after
abandoned the
built
bikes and got on an ATV?
Yeah. I'm telling you. But anyway,
The life.
the life.
it. Let me tell you something.
Sometimes you just gotta say it.
Why would you go from your Ferrari to a go-kart?
I'm in Jamaica.
Gotta live life.
Try driving a Ferrari in the mountains. See what happens.
There's
All right.
no rails.
What?
Yeah, exactly. But anyway,
We thought you got eaten by the rhinoceros.
there are no rhinoceros in Jamaica.
But we didn't know that you were not in Jamaica until Sunday. We
Oh.
thought you were somewhere else. You were big game hunting somewhere.
Nah,
Because we were saying, where could Squeeze be in this world?
I love animals. It's not when they're in your apartment every day. Let's go to the phone lines. 1-800-529-5465. Hello, Tommy.
Hi, morning.
Morning, how
A
are you?
pleasant good morning to you. How have you been?
I'm good. Just have a question here.
Sure.
To a friend of mine. So she had a conditional residency based on marriage, and she and her spouse, they broke up over a year ago, and her conditional residency card expired about 2 months now. And she doesn't know. I mean, she called USCIS and they said that she'd have to start the process all over again.
No, she has a 2-year card. So her and her spouse, there's 4 ways to go from your 2-year card to your permanent card. You can... Kyle, your microphone's on. Can you not moan into the microphone, please? Thank you. There's 4 ways. You can do it jointly with your spouse, but you're telling me that the spouse is no longer in the picture. Number 2, you can file on your own and show you're abused. Number 3, you can start a divorce, and it takes 24 hours to begin a divorce. And once you begin a divorce, you can then file your application to remove the conditions based on the fact that you are in the process of getting divorced and that it was a real marriage, and here's the proof, and then they will extend your green card with a good excuse why you're filing 2 months late. So there are ways to do it. Right now, she's illegal. If she does nothing, she's going to be put in deportation if she hasn't already. So she's got to do something right away.
Very, very important.
Okay? When you call USCIS and they say, you got to go start again, okay? Basically, in all fairness to USCIS, whoever picked up the telephone, I don't like to lambaste people, but that's
Just the USCIS.
but that's absolutely not true. Okay? So when they say you have to start again, and if that's what the words that came out of their mouth, then that's a very good tidbit of information that everybody should know when you call USCIS.
Some insightful information.
When you call USCIS, generally you're not getting good information, unfortunately. Okay? So come see us and we can help you.
Absolutely. All right, so why don't you just hold on the line? We'll get an appointment going for you. All right? Hold on. 1-800-529-5465. Brad and Squeeze Show, 20 minutes after the hour. It's Tuesday. This is not a tape. I repeat, this is not a tape. We are live. So if you're on the highway, the byway, the thruway on 93.5 FM, we are ready. And Brad's looking over there. What's up?
I just keep thinking, if every time you try to, like, what people, you always like, if you're a trucker, if you're a car in the driver.
Like I said, you all did not do a show on that. Absolutely not.
As soon as you start talking about the roadways, I was waiting for him to start saying, if you're in your truck, if you're in the dollar van, if you're in the...
Are you done?
Yeah.
I heard a show like that.
Yeah.
But I fell off the bed and realized I was having a dream. All right. Let's go back to the phone lines. 1-800-529-5465. We do have an attorney, Brad Bernstein, actually here in studios answering your immigration questions. So let's go to this line. Hello.
Suzette.
Hi, good morning.
Pleasant good morning,
Hi,
Suzette.
Brad. Hi, Steve.
Hey.
Good, thank you. Have a question. I was previously, I came maybe 16 years ago on H-1B, and thereafter went on EB-5, had the conditional EB-5 green card, trying to remove the condition a few years ago, but due to...
One second. EB-5, you said?
Yes, the investor green card.
Okay, so you invested $1 million in the business.
Well, in Louisiana, it was $500,000. Due to
right. All right.
However...
And this was in a regional center.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So for everybody out there who doesn't know, there are regional centers that are being built all over. And basically what they do, and then I'm going to get to your answer in a second, okay? And what these regional centers do is they apply to the Immigration Service and say they're going to make an economic improvement based on whatever their statistics that they're showing, and they're going to hire X amount of people based on all of these investments in this, high unemployment area. And and then there are other people who are kind of like bundlers who go around the world and get people to invest $500,000 into this investment, and in return, they can apply for a green card because it's been approved by the Immigration Service. So, for example, the Barclays Center right here in Brooklyn was built like that.
Yep.
They didn't get money from a bank, or maybe they did get money from a bank, but they got
got a lot of it
from
Mr. Carter was one of them.
From immigrants. Who?
Mr. Carter was one of them.
Mr. Carter.
But he's not an immigrant.
Okay, fine.
His name is Jay-Z.
All right, so now this lady does the same thing in Louisiana. Did you get your 2-year green card?
Received it, and due to don't ever advise anyone to go with NOR, they misappropriated the funds. There's been a 6-year lawsuit with the Regional Center for fraudulently misappropriating the funds, and as a result, everyone has been denied over the past year. So received the denial in December, went for the annual stamp at USCIS in May.
Right.
However, they said they need the notice to appear. Didn't receive. I'm still awaiting this notice to appear. An attorney I'd consulted with, because I know I have to take it to the next step of going to court, from what my understanding. But
when you get a notice to appear, that's for deportation. So it's not. So it's.
I need that.
Let me. Why do you want to be put in deportation?
Well, at first I didn't want to, but when I went for the annual renewal stamp, that's the stamp that allows work, travel, and authorization. I get an annual green card stamp.
I understand that, but let me explain something to you. When you're in deportation, I assume you're a smart lady because they want to deport you. You have been denied the removal of the conditions of your permanent residence because they said that the investment that you invested in was a fraud.
Wasn't complete.
Right. So what unfortunately you did was either you were given bad advice by your own financial consultants to say that this is a legitimate investment, or you did your own due diligence and obviously came up with the wrong conclusions and invested in this investment. So now when you go before a judge, there's no argument that you can make before a judge and say, I should get my green card because I made the investment. That's USCIS's call. So now when you go before a judge on a notice to appear, you have to be eligible some other way for a green card, or you had to have been here for 10 years and show hardship to your children or your spouse that are legal. Otherwise, you're going to get deported.
Discretion is the latter one you refer to. Is that simply prosecutorial discretion, or is that another avenue separate from prosecutorial discretion?
That's another avenue besides prosecutorial discretion. And if you get prosecutorial discretion, you're in the same boat you are now. There's no difference.
Mm-hmm.
You're not getting work permit or anything like that, or travel permission. So you just stay here. So why are you sitting around hoping to be put in deportation? You're just bad things are going to happen to you.
I was going to ask.
Okay, so listen to me, lady. Listen, lady, and I say that in all deference to you, okay? Because I'm listening to the story and I'm getting really frustrated because you obviously are a smart lady because you've amassed enough money to invest in a business.
Right.
And here you are doing one dumb thing after another. Investing $500,000, which is a hell of a lot of money, into a business that was a fraud. And then following along saying, boy, I hope I get put in deportation because then I'll be able to solve my problems, without ever knowing how you're going to solve your problem in deportation, which is unsolvable in deportation. You need to solve your problems now.
Any suggestion?
Yeah, come see me. You need a good lawyer. You need somebody to give you good advice.
Told you was passionate.
First time in your life, okay? Because right now, well, at least first time in your life since you've been in the United States. Because right now you've just been getting crappy advice since the day you got here. So hold on one second.
All right.
Why is she waiting to be put in deportation to get deported?
Brad, you have to understand something, okay? Sometimes we are ignorant of certain things, not having knowledge of, no matter how smart we are. We are. A lot of us are very smart, but we are not you. So I'm somewhat in her defense.
You're in her defense.
Yeah, because she's not an attorney.
She's not.
Exactly. Right. That's the reason why she's a lot less ignorant now, knowing that she's going to come to you.
Because people get insulted. We've gone through that.
Yeah, we have gone through it.
People, but it has. It's not.
What does it mean?
It's not meant as an insulting word.
No, it's not.
But people take it as insulting. And by the way, I'm not yelling at her because, I'm mad at her. I'm just mad at this situation, and then she is continuously doing the wrong thing, even to this moment. She needs to figure out how she can get a green card. That's what she needs to figure out, and she needs to do it before she gets put in deportation. Kyle.
I didn't think that you were upset. It actually sounded like you were frustrated on her behalf.
I was.
Yeah,
okay.
He's passionate. That's why I said
I just wanted to make sure that people didn't think that, why are you yelling at this poor lady?
No, it's almost like a parent who's seeing their kid go the wrong way.
Exactly. Yeah. That's a very good analogy. It's like when you see your child doing the wrong thing and you're like, please, just listen to me.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm not at the parent level, but I know it from the kid's perspective.
From the kid's perspective.
I know that one.
You've seen that frustrated look on...
Every day.
Every day.
Every day. Yeah. I talk to my mom.
Yeah. It has nothing to do with your current work situation, does it?
It has exactly everything to do with your current work situation. Your mom does
not like you working here.
No, it's not that. She wants me to be in law school right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Why aren't you?
Why aren't you?
Yeah.
Why aren't you? Because he has a dream.
Exactly.
He has a dream.
Exactly.
You used to read Word Up magazine?
Squeeze. Everybody has a dream. Okay?
We all do.
All right. He wants to be Bill Cosby, except without the rape part of it. Okay. He wants a sitcom. He wants a sitcom.
Did I say that's my bad? That's a very bad analogy to use.
I said without the rape.
Bad example. Just like there was something about the word ignorant. Now I'm saying you don't even want to have any inference.
I said he wants to be up until the point when he started, obviously, allegedly.
I want to be him in the 90s. The way we knew him.
He wants to be
talking to kids.
He wants to be Cliff Huxtable. That's why I was thinking, because he's like, I know how parents talk to kids. That's what, I was thinking of the Cosby Show more than than the rape allegations of 2017.
I actually thought something weird about the Cosby Show.
Let's get back to the show.
This is just like really quick. So you know, like how they always have that creative parenting, and they always punish kids like in a weird way.
Yeah.
So isn't it weird that the father was accused of touching all those women, and then they made him a gynecologist? Is that not?
That is a little weird.
Is that not outrageous?
Why was he a gynecologist?
Because of the producer.
No, but he is the producer.
Exactly.
Why would he make, of everybody, he could have picked any
profession.
He could have picked any profession, right?
It's the only profession.
That he has to touch women.
It's like, yes.
That's weird. I never thought about that.
This show is getting weird too.
That's very true.
Can we go to
you know, he could have been a.
I'm sorry, Alia.
Could have been a lawyer on the radio.
A lawyer on the radio. He could have been an immigration lawyer.
Yeah.
He could have been a Jamaican personality with hundreds of thousands of followers
on ATVs.
On ATVs. He could have been.
Could have been a personality trying to get back to the questions on the radio.
Oh, well, we'll get there. Don't worry.
Alia's been waiting 9 minutes. You okay? Right.
Aaliyah.
She probably got us on hold.
Aaliyah, we'll come back to you in a minute. We'll finish with the Huxtable family. 1 second.
1-800-529-5465. Let's go to the other person. Joyce, how you doing?
Hi. A quick question. I'm a United States citizen, and my husband came on a Seaman visa. How do I go about getting a status change to a green card? Resident.
Squeeze the Seaman visa. Are you familiar with that visa?
No, I'm not.
You're not?
No. Why is she laughing?
Why are you laughing?
I'm just smiling.
As soon as she said Seaman visa, you
started
smiling.
You can't adjust if you have a Seaman visa, right?
Why do you have sunglasses on in the dark?
I can see with them.
Okay. So the Seaman visa you cannot adjust with.
You can't, right?
Cannot.
Yeah, I learned that
but
a long time
it's
ago.
actually a crewman's visa. It's not a seaman's visa.
Right.
It's a crewman's visa in all honesty. And it's a C1 D1 visa. Now, a lot of times people come on C visas, crewman's visas, and it's actually a visa to transfer. Although it sounds like C and crewman, it's actually a transfer visa. So it's for you to come to the United States to transfer to go work on a boat. Sometimes you get a C visa to come to the United States to transfer to go on an international flight to Europe, perhaps, or South America, because from your particular country they don't fly direct. People who were switching planes, who don't get on the plane, can adjust. People who are going to go work on a cruise ship or on a boat cannot. Now, they can do what's called a provisional waiver. They can, if you're in the military or former military, get a parole in place and adjust here. If they're 245I, they can pay a penalty fee and adjust their status here. I just had a lady call in yesterday, Squeeze, who was sitting here since 2000. Her mother filed for her in 2009.
Right.
And she was told that she has to go home to pick up her green card. She just called on the radio yesterday. And then she came in the afternoon to see us. And it turns out she doesn't have to go home because Grandma filed for Mom back in the 90s. She was 245I. So, you know, there's but the point is, there is a way, there is a pathway, no matter how you came to the United States, to get a green card if you marry a U.S. citizen. No matter how you got here, there's a pathway.
Okay, but my question is, when he came on that visa, he went back home and returned on the same visa. Does it make a difference?
No, he maintained his visa the first time and he violated it the second time. Doesn't make a difference. There's still a pathway to get a green card. Most likely he will do a provisional waiver. Most likely. But it's possible he can adjust here. We don't know yet. But what's important to know is the pathway. There's one pathway you don't choose. And this is the most important part of this conversation. And the pathway you don't choose is the pathway to nowhere, to do nothing, to not file anything, to say, oh, I came as a crewman, so therefore I can't get a green card. That's, as they say, as my Spanish teacher once said, hogwash.
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 Not agua. Hogwash.
They said it in Spanish, but I don't remember it. But I'm saying it in English now. I'm translating it. So, so there's a way to get a green card.
Okay. How do I come about making an appointment to see you?
Hold on 1 second. That is our special. That's my specialty. I put you on hold, and then somebody else comes and then makes the appointment. I'm really good at that. Hold on 1 second.
1-800-529-5465. 1-800-LAWLINK. Would like to hear from you all. It's now 25 minutes before the hour, and thank you all so much for tuning in. Can we see if that person is still available, or did they hang up?
No, they're there.
They're there?
Yeah.
The one that did not want to speak?
Alia.
Alia, yeah.
Alia.
Still got us on hold.
I'm Natalia, so I don't know if it's me or...
Oh, it's you!
Hey, hello.
What is the name?
It's me, hi.
What's the name?
My name is Natalia. I'm calling from Africa.
Natalia. Nastalia. Boy, they really butchered your name in the call.
Exactly. That's the reason why she wasn't responding.
That wasn't even close.
All right. She's calling from Africa.
Calling from Africa. Where in Africa are you?
Yes, I'm in Africa currently. Yes, I'm in Johannesburg, South Africa.
Where?
South Africa, Johannesburg.
Johannesburg.
Yeah.
I love South Africa.
Yeah, been there.
I was there 3 years ago.
Johannesburg. I went to the Cape.
I was in Johannesburg. I was in Cape Town. I was in the.
Wow, lovely.
Yeah, I was in. What's the national park with actually the rhinoceros and the?
I've never been. I couldn't tell you.
And the.
I went to Tabletop Mountain.
Yeah, I went to Tabletop Mountain too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to. Do
Fantastic.
you know? At least up to 2 years ago. All I can tell you is between 2010 and 2015, when I went, there were only. This is a true story. There were only 2 people in 5 years that were allowed to go into Nelson Mandela's jail cell.
Really?
Yeah. One of them was President Barack Obama.
Yeah.
The other person was me, and it was just luck. It wasn't because I was...
You accidentally went in?
No, I didn't accidentally go in. We had a tour with the people who give the tour of Robben Island. Were former prisoners because they're trying to give them jobs, and they who's better to give the tour than the person who actually lived.
So that's what Barack was telling me about.
Yes. So when you go to Robben Island, you get a tour by a former prisoner. The former prisoner who gave us the tour was Nelson Mandela's, right next to him. Lived next to Nelson Mandela for 15 whatever years, 20 years he was on Robben Island. So you have to go in and sign a book and to get the key to open up Nelson Mandela's jail cell, and he says he's never does it, but I don't know why he liked me. And we went in and I signed the book, and the only other name that I saw there that was signed in the last 4 years prior to me going there was Barack Obama. So I said, is it just me and Obama, the only 2 people? And he goes, yeah. I don't know why, but I was there, and I have the pictures inside. It was a very, very tiny cell. I would have committed suicide. I would not have made it more than 2 weeks there. I don't know how the man did it for 15, 18, 20 years. I forgot the amount of time he was in that jail cell. And then...
Okay.
1 second. I know it's a long story.
Yeah, she's only calling up from a long place also.
I'll just say one other thing.
A long way.
Okay, and then, to walk out of the jail cell and not be pissed as hell, and actually I would have been like, well, hell's breaking loose. You just jailed me for 20 years. But that's what made him a fabulous man. Okay, so
wet sugar.
Wet sugar. Okay. All right, now your question is what? Yes.
I'm getting married.
Yes, congratulations.
To an American guy. Here in South Africa. He's coming here, and then we're going to sign. So I wanted to know what is the way forward for us to get a visa for me, like to stay in the United States.
Well, if he's going to South Africa to marry you, he's going to file a green card application for you. And it's going to take a little over a year from start. Over a year from start to finish to get you to the United States with a green card in your hand. Once you're married, there's no visa to come here. There's something called a K3 visa, which you can come to the United States to wait for your green card here, the K3. But it takes almost the same amount of time as it takes to get the green card, so it's absolutely a meaningless application. On the other hand, if you want to come to the United States as quickly as possible, then he should not go to Johannesburg and marry you. He should call me today and file a fiancé visa application for you to come to the United States to get married in the United States. Why it's faster is, one, the application starts now rather than waiting on your marriage. And number two, it's just a faster process. It could take 8-9 months for a fiancé visa versus over a year for a green card.
Okay, so if I understand very well,
yes.
So you say the first option is like, while he's that side, he can still apply for a fiancé visa.
Correct. So if the goal is to get to America as quickly as possible and start your life with this man, then he should file he should not marry you in Johannesburg. He should file a fiancé visa for you now to come to the United States. Let him go visit you, but don't get married.
Okay, so we only get married in America. That's what makes things easier.
Correct. That would be the fastest way to get here.
The best situation.
Yes. Okay. So you have our telephone number. It's the same number you called. Have him call us and make an appointment.
The same number that I've just used.
What number did you call?
Probably the 212.
It's a 1212 something number.
Yes, right.
Okay.
I wrote it down.
Yes, 212-227-8933.
There you go. That's it.
How did you hear about us from Johannesburg?
Say it again, ma'am.
How did you hear about us from Johannesburg?
He told me he's the one. He gave me the number because he's at work. He can't stay online for long. So he asked me to call you guys so that I can get all the information and then tell him after so that he can do a follow up.
Perfect. How did you meet him?
We met him through a friend.
Oh, very nice. Very, very nice. I thought you were gonna. I thought he would maybe either did a trip to South Africa or on a dating site. I was just curious. Okay, wonderful. Well, all right, we're gonna help you guys.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Phil. Can you put that call on hold?
Yes, we can.
All right, 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465. We've got to acknowledge the people on social media.
Acknowledge them, please.
Yes, and also take some questions. So,
acknowledge. Acknowledge away. Go acknowledge somebody.
Acknowledge away.
All right,
not that SMG has not acknowledged them yet. He's ignored them so far.
No, we've been talking in the comment section.
He's engaged.
I'm being facetious.
Yeah. I got you.
You got it.
Wet sugar.
Yes, wet sugar. By the way, that's our new safe word. You have not been watching for the last week.
No.
When Brad starts going on a tangent, like, for example, Nelson Mandela, that has absolutely nothing to do with the show,
yeah,
we just quietly whisper without looking at me.
Exactly. That's the most important part.
The most important thing is you don't say wet sugar and look at me because that would gross me out.
Isn't wet sugar one of our...
Yes.
That's where it came from.
That's where it came from.
All righty then.
All right.
My friend's mom filed for her along with her kids, but before the paperwork came through, the eldest daughter turned 22 and was dropped from the filing. Is there anything that could be done since she was filed before the age out of time?
Yes, possibly. There's something called the Child Status Protection Act. It depends on how long the I-130 was pending.
I'm sorry, Squeeze just put on his glasses.
It's just ridiculous.
After saying how well he could see in the sunglasses.
Sorry, man.
I'm just looking at you. It's just ridiculous. I'm just looking at you. Okay, continue.
Brad, all the papers were sent for an AOS. I went and did my biometrics. 2 weeks after my biometrics, I was asked again for the 2016 tax return. Will this delay my paperwork permit?
Yes.
I came on an immigrant visa and have since paid for my green card. How long does it take? How long can I stay out of the country as well?
No more than 6 months, but you shouldn't. But with Donald Trump in power, angry face, with Donald Trump in power, I wouldn't stay out for more than 3 to 4 months.
My friend's mom filed for her along with her kids, but before the paperwork came through, the eldest daughter turned 22. We just did this, sorry. I'm about to submit my docs for adjustment status. I have an 11-year-old daughter currently visiting from Jamaica for summer vacation. I'm about to submit a separate I-130 for her. Can she stay here while my husband adjusts her status as well, or do I have to send her back?
No, let her stay here, but put in the application more than 90 days after her entry.
And currently, that is
That is it.
The complete amount of questions.
All right. If a parent put in for a child and no longer continue to pursue, could anyone continue the process?
Yes. If the child is the child here in America.
They didn't say.
If the child's here in America, you can do a special juvenile immigrant. As a matter of fact,
the SIJ.
We were just talking about this.
Yeah.
Almost any child here, either living in a one-parent household or not living with either parent. So any child under 21, talking about wanting to help children.
Right.
Okay. Any child, listen if you know a child under 21. This is important stuff.
I'm listening.
Okay.
What do you think I'm listening with?
I'm telling everybody else out there in Facebook land and YouTube land and WVIP land that this is important stuff to listen to.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
All right. So let's take a listen.
Made from planet Earth.
Yes.
Okay. This is good stuff. If you are under the age of 21, or you know a child under the age of 21, and they are living in a single parent household, because both parents, assuming both parents alive, one of the biological parents.
Yeah, but there's just one parent, or no parent.
Or no parent, but,
right.
but you could be living in a single parent household and then the one parent died. We're talking about there is a parent, a biological parent alive that does not live in the household with you in the United States.
Okay.
Whether they are in another state, whether they are in another country. Every one of those children are entitled to a special juvenile immigrant if the parent who they are living with or the adult who they are living with, it doesn't have to be the parent, goes into family court, gets guardianship of them, and gets a ruling from the family court judge that it's not in the child's best interest to be reunited with the other parent.
Does it matter where the other parent is?
No.
Okay.
Not only does it not matter where the other parent is, it doesn't matter what the status of the parent who's getting the guardianship is, because immigration doesn't ask. And in New York, family court judges don't ask. Maybe in other states they do, but in New York they don't.
That's interesting. So the individual who is doing it actually does not necessarily have to have status.
Correct.
Here in the United States.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But then the child could actually get benefits.
Correct.
Immigration benefits.
Correct.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think that's great.
Yeah,
there are many kids out there in that situation.
Exactly, because the family. Listen, it could be other states could be different because I.
But at least you know for New York.
I'm not familiar with family court in every jurisdiction in every county of every state.
Right.
But I can tell you in New York, there's not a family court judge that is going to ask in a family court proceeding when you go in to court. What is your legal status, the person who's gaining the guardianship?
But this is as long as the child is not 18.
21.
21.
Or 18 and living with an adult. If they're 19 and they're off on their own, then different story.
Right.
I mean, you could be 10, you could be 5, you could be 9, you could be 11. Do you know how many single-parent households there are out there that they can do this for?
I know. There's a lot.
That they can do this for?
There is a lot.
There's nothing in the laws. We were just talking about it with the attorneys the other day. There is nothing in the laws that says you can't do it. I say do it for everybody.
But why is it that? Why haven't we spoken more about this?
Because I gave more thought to it.
Well, thank you so much for giving more thought to that. SIJ.
Yes.
Good.
Right.
There you go.
Think of that?
I think you have done your job for the day.
Thank you. I give thought.
Yes, you do.
Right. I said I don't know why we haven't talked about it. Well, we should be.
Yes, we should. Let's talk about it every show now.
Basically, every child, unless you're living in a two-parent household, every child
out
in America can be helped.
I agree, and also have another question.
Yes.
My mom is 65. She wants to file for her citizenship. Will she take the citizen test?
How long she had a green card is the question. My question back. If she's had a green card for more than 15 years, she will take an oral test, not a written test. But there will be a test. If she has had a green card for less than 15 years, she will be taking the full Monty.
And also just a point of order, hogwash in Spanish is basofia.
Basofia!
Yeah.
Squeeze.
Basofia.
Basofia.
Basofia. But let's take a step back. So where does this put the Dream Act?
Still there. But everyone, I mean, but you have to be a minor. There's people on the Dream Act who are 23, 24, 20, can't do it for that. They're adults. Because what a special juvenile immigrant is somebody who can't be reunited with at least one parent.
So a lot of people have tried to climb over the fence, and you can just walk through the door.
Correct.
The gate.
Correct.
Christine wants to know, she's currently filing for an I-589. Her daughter, who's 24 back home in Jamaica, wants to apply for a U.S. visa. What's your advice?
What is Christine doing?
She's currently filing for an I-589. Her daughter, who's 24 back home in Jamaica, wants to apply for a U.S. visa. What's your advice?
Why would the daughter not be applying for a U.S. visa?
So tell her to apply for a U.S. visa.
Why is Christine applying for asylum? What home country is the daughter in?
Jamaica.
What is her claim for asylum, Christine? Generally from Jamaica, although I'm happy to listen to everybody's story. Generally from Jamaica, you're going to win an asylum claim if based on your sexual orientation, or for some, like there's a lot of bad guys out to kill you. Because there are some bad guys in Jamaica, right, Squeeze?
Last time I checked?
Just a few.
Just a couple.
Just a couple, right. That's what you're going. Other than that, you're not going to win. I don't want to say you're never going to win. I just have never seen it. I've never seen the case that you're going to win that it doesn't fall into one of those two categories from Jamaica. Not to say it won't happen. Just haven't seen it. So I'm just curious, what is her claim? She has a daughter, so that means at some point in time she was in a heterosexual relationship, unless, in the future, maybe she's not claiming that. Maybe she's making a different claim. I don't know. And if she's making a different claim, my concern is, are you going to get deported? Because what's your claim? Kyle. Do you understand what I'm saying, Kyle?
I understand. No, I understand, but I was also just thinking, like, it happens. It happens in America. You'll have kids and also be a homosexual.
That is correct. It's called bisexuality.
Well, no, I just mean, like for example, like...
But you can also figure out that your sexuality, what your true sexuality was.
Exactly, that's what I'm
saying.
Afterwards. Yeah. That you tried to mask it, in a way.
So in other words, so you think they were masking it before and then they...
I'm calling this woman a homosexual. She may not be. I have no idea. I mean, we're really jumping to conclusions about.
But depending on what it is, depends also on the immigration benefits outcome.
I think it's important to note that we have not discussed Christine's credit in this entire situation.
No one cares about page 21 anymore. I disappear, and I notice no calls.
That's not true. We talk about it every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day. And today you come back and you get Brad distracted.
You had me totally distracted. You know what happened? I was about to do page 21. Is serious?
Yeah.
And then I look over and the man's changing his glasses. He's got me totally frazzled right now. I forgot completely about page 21.
Oh boy.
That's what Squeeze does. He
the glasses and tie had everyone saying Squeeze was Secret Service.
Yeah.
That's what was happening in the comments.
You know what?
Brad doesn't know.
I'm going to tell you something.
Why you got to tell
I'm going to tell you something. Do you know who would be the best secret agent for Vladimir Putin? Nobody would ever suspect Squeeze.
A black man by the name of David Squeeze Annakie.
Nobody would ever suspect it. I mean, you would walk in everywhere. It's great.
Yeah, I can see myself. I can see myself on a horse with no shirt riding behind.
I don't want to see that. All right, USA Credit 1-800-872-7177. All right, Kyle. So you have.
Anyway, people, just share the page for us, please. Everybody was on my page, which is David Squeeze Annakie. Share it. God's willing, we'll return at midday, of course. But we're going to be doing page 21, which is all about you repairing your
credit.
If it's below 700, you have
not beautiful credit.
Definitely not beautiful.
Over 700, it's beautiful. Yep. Under 700, not so beautiful.
Not
500,
so beautiful.
It is ugly.
Yep.
With a capital U.
Yep.
And a capital G and a couple of exclamation points.
It's fugly.
Fugly.
Yeah.
Okay, it's ugly. It's 600. It's fugly.
500s and 400. It's
right,
fugly.
Right. 400. Just beat it with a stick. It's so ugly.
Seriously, if you're in the 400s and the 500s, you should just be very fugly credit.
You should just be beating that thing with a stick, right?
Yeah. Oh, believe me.
Yeah.
It should be beaten with a stick.
Yeah. Or you could call USA Credit.
Yeah, you can call USA Credit.
USA Credit is
3 months they'll get out. Get it up.
90 days they're going to get it up.
Yep. 90 days.
Some people can get it up quicker.
Much quicker.
Right, but not credit.
Not credit.
Right, credit.
Definitely.
Nobody can get up quicker.
No.
Than USA Credit.
Everyone should understand that it's not some miraculous thing that happens.
A lot of folks. It's not a pill you take to get it up.
People call up USA Credit and get pissed off and like, well, I thought you could do it in just 24 hours. No. Not going to happen.
No.
If someone tells you that, run. Mm-hmm. Not going to happen. So if you've got fugly credit, call
1-800-872-7177. In all seriousness, USA Credit, they're really good guys. They're going to help you. And if you're not sure if your credit's fugly or not, you're not sure if you need to beat it with a stick or not, call them. They're going to check out your credit score absolutely for free and let you know whether or not you need their services. They may say, ma'am, you are beautiful.
Yes.
You are the most beautiful credit woman I have ever seen in my entire life.
They can say men too.
Right, or a man too.
Right.
Your credit is beautiful.
It's equal opportunity.
That's correct.
Yep.
But if it's below 700, they're going to say, we got to beat this thing.
Yeah. But on a serious note, like you said, just to repeat what you said.
Please repeat it.
Call this number.
I don't think it's been made clear yet.
Every single person out there with credit scores under 700, at least get a free consultation. 1-800-872-7177. That's 1-800-872-7177. 1-800-USA-7177. Or go to WeFixBadCredit.com or just Google USA Credit Repair.
By the way, Kimberly. If you didn't know what,
stop making all that noise over there.
If you didn't know what USA Credit did, because you're new here.
I am.
Okay, and you didn't know what, and we said to you, go to WeFixBadCredit.com. What would you assume this company does?
My laundry.
Your laundry. Perfect. All right. Very good. Very good.
I like that.
Welcome to the Brad.
I like that.
All right. So USA Credit will do
it perfectly.
USA Credit will.
Right?
Yes, you got it right. USA Credit will do your laundry for you.
Yes.
Absolutely. At We Fix Bad Credit.
They take out your dirty laundry.
Take out your dirty laundry at WeFixBadCredit.com or 1-800-872-7177. We're running up on time here, Squeeze.
Yep. And it's good to be back.
It's good to be back. I'm glad you're back.
I must admit, I felt pretty weird not doing the show.
I felt very weird with you not here.
It's just weird.
Yeah, but then you made me feel bad.
How?
Because on your because I follow you on Instagram.
Right.
And then you were at Norman Manley Airport in Kingston.
Yes.
And you take a picture of your passport. And he doesn't say, looking forward to seeing Brad, looking forward to being back on the Brad and Squeeze. No. Back to the grind. And I'm like, how insulting is that?
like working is so terrible, right?
It's so terrible to be with me. What a grind it is to be with me on the radio.
Oh, man. Didn't mean it like that.
I'm sure you did.
All right. So, once again, folks, thank you so much for joining the Brad and Squeeze Show. Remember, 93.5 WVIP, 9 a.m. and 12 noon each and every single weekday. Don't forget the social media pages. Of course, the law offices of Spar Bernstein. Facebook page, also on YouTube, Spar Bernstein, and also, of course, Brad's page, Brad and Squeeze, and Brad Bernstein, and also on my page, David Squeeze Annakie. Time to make it legal.
We got to make it legal. I didn't set it up. I got to do that.
Bernstein, and also on my page, David Squeeze Annakie.
Information only and not specific.
Time to make it legal.
Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar Bernstein Law Firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easily remembered, 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-LawLink. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And, of course, link up with the law offices of Spar Bernstein located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LawLink. That's 1-800-529-5465.